Welcome to this exploration of Makkah before the Hijrah, brought to you by No Ora Haram. Subscribe for more on Islamic history and the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Today, we journey into pre-Islamic Arabia, uncovering the vibrant world that shaped Makkah. Understanding Makkah before Islam is essential to grasp the transformation after the Prophet's migration. As we walk through its sands, we see not just a city, but the pulse of a civilization. Let's begin our journey and discover how old Makkah set the stage for a new faith. In this essay, we will focus on multiple aspects of Makkah's pre-Islamic life. First, we will discuss its geographic and strategic significance. Why was this small city so important in the Arabian Peninsula? We will also look at how the land itself influenced the growth and survival of the community. Next, we turn to the people of Makkah, especially the Quraysh tribe. We will study their daily lives, social structures, and relationships with other tribes. These details matter because they shaped the society into which the Prophet Muhammad was born. Trade and the economy played a vital role in Makkah's history. We will examine the city as a commercial hub, with a special focus on the Kaaba. The sacred sanctuary drew not only pilgrims, but also traders from far and wide. We will look at how commerce and religion intertwined in this unique environment. Finally, we will explore the beliefs and religious practices that formed the spiritual landscape of Makkah. The city's many idols and rituals reveal much about the values and worldview of its people. By the end, we will see how all these elements came together, paving the way for the dramatic changes that followed the Hijrah. Makkah is nestled in a barren valley surrounded by rugged hills of the Hijaz region in western Arabia. It sits about 80 kilometers inland from the Red Sea. Its location, though harsh and arid, was of immense strategic value. Makkah lay along the main caravan routes that connected southern Arabia to the north, including the great markets of Syria and Yemen. The city's position as a crossroads made it a natural meeting point for traders, pilgrims, and travelers. Despite a lack of agricultural resources, the city survived due to its access to water from the famous Zamzam well, as well as its proximity to trade routes. The surrounding mountains also provided some protection from invasions. Over the centuries, Makkah evolved from a small settlement into a significant urban center. Its importance grew not because of military power, but because of its religious site, the Kaaba. The annual influx of pilgrims and merchants turned the city into a hub for trade and dialogue among tribes. The city's geographic advantages would prove crucial. They enabled Makkah to become a cultural, economic, and spiritual center long before the rise of Islam. This unique position set the stage for the great events that would unfold in the centuries to come. Makkah's society was organized around tribal loyalties and family ties. The Quraysh tribe managed the Kaaba and controlled much of the city's commerce. Daily life was shaped by social rank. A small elite dominated wealth and trade, while merchants, craftsmen, and laborers worked in the markets. The lowest ranks included slaves, who had very few rights. The extended family was the main unit of support, and hospitality was a valued custom. These ties would soon be tested by a new message that challenged old hierarchies. Makkah's economy was built on trade. Due to the harsh climate, agriculture was, well, pretty limited. Instead, the city thrived as a commercial center. Merchants organized caravans that traveled to Yemen in the south and Syria in the north. Goods such as spices, leather, incense, and textiles passed through Makkah, enriching its leading families. The Kaaba was central to this prosperity. As the holiest site for many Arabian tribes, it attracted thousands of pilgrims each year. Pilgrims brought gifts, spent money in local markets, and paid fees to the Quraysh for protection and guidance. This influx of wealth supported the city's economy and strengthened the power of its elites. Markets in Makkah were lively and diverse. Traders from Africa, Persia, and Byzantium brought their wares, creating a, cosmopolitan atmosphere. Business was conducted according to strict rules, and honesty in trade was valued, though disputes were common. Wealthy merchants often invested in caravans or lent money at interest, increasing their fortunes. While some families became very rich, inequality was a constant feature. Many depended on the generosity of their patrons or the profits from small-scale trading. The economic success of Makkah was both a source of pride and a cause for tension, setting the stage for future conflicts over wealth and justice. Religion in Makkah before Islam was, honestly, deeply rooted in polytheism. The Kaaba, long before becoming the center of Islamic worship, was a sanctuary filled with idols representing various Arabian deities. More than 360 idols were said to be housed there, each linked to a different tribe. Chief among these were Hubal, Al-Lat, Al-Uzza, and Manat. Religious rituals revolved around the Kaaba. Pilgrims performed circuits around the sacred building, offered sacrifices, and engaged in prayer. The Quraysh, as custodians of the Kaaba, held a special religious status, giving them both spiritual and political authority. Religious festivals, such as the annual pilgrimage, were occasions for both worship and commerce. Superstition and tribal customs blended with formal worship. Many believed in jinn, spirits, and omens. Divination, poetry, and ritual chanting were common. The beliefs of the people reflected their harsh environment. The gods were seen as protectors or sources of misfortune, often appeased through offerings. Yet, not everyone accepted the dominant religious practices. A small number of individuals, known as Hanifs, rejected idolatry and sought a purer monotheism. These spiritual seekers would play a subtle but important role in the coming transformation of Makkah's religious life. In summary, Makkah before the Hijrah was a city of contrasts. It was a place where poverty and wealth lived side by side, where tribal loyalty defined social order, and where commerce and religion were inseparable. The city's unique location made it a crossroads of trade, culture, and spirituality. Its social and economic structure, shaped by the Quraysh and their management of the Kaaba, set the terms for daily life. The religious landscape was complex and vibrant, marked by ancient rituals and a deep sense of tradition. Yet, even before Islam, there were signs of change. The city's openness to travelers and ideas made it fertile ground for new beliefs. The tensions between rich and poor, and between different visions of faith, created an environment ready for transformation. The story of Makkah before the Hijrah is not only an account of a city, it is the story of a people on the brink of remarkable change. How did this unique mix of geography, trade, society, and religion prepare the way for the message of Islam? To what extent did the culture of pre-Hijrah Makkah shape the character and challenges of the new faith? These are questions that invite further reflection and study.